Keith Grienke here from Top May News with Ken Kupsch, the king of the Cage Canada. Finally get him on Top May News here with an interview. Thanks a lot. Ken, why don't we start off? You know, we're here at King of the Cage Madness. You've had King of the Cages in Quebec, always in Alberta. How many King of the Cages has there been?
I think this is show number 68.
68?
Yeah, and we've done them right from coast to coast. So right from Nanaimo, BC to Moncton, New Brunswick. 7 provinces, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty much almost every province where you can host it, you pretty much have. You know, many have come, many have gone. You know, why the longevity for your organization?
Well, King of the Cage is an international brand, so it's been around since pretty much day one, since the early days. I came on board in 2005 when I met Terry, and he was looking for somebody in Canada, and it was something different for me. I said, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, so why? Like, were you an MMA fan? Did you train? Like, you know, and how did you meet Terry?
No, I've never trained, and I've never fought. I don't know how to fight. I met Terry. He saw one of my videos, one of my shooting videos, and we met through mutual friends, and that's how we got going.
Were you a UFC fan at the time, or this was like something totally out of left field?
Totally out of left field. I mean, I've seen UFC and stuff, but I wasn't a fan, or I didn't know the fighters or anything like that.
So, you know, 8 years later, or 9 years later, are you a fan now, or is this like?
Well, I'm a fan of. Like, I like the King of the Cage fights. I go down and watch Terry's. You know, I go down there 3-4 times a year just to watch a fight. And some of the other, you know, some of my friends, I know lots of people in the industry now, so when they're fighting, I try to watch it. But I don't watch, you know, just general fights.
No, just strictly your brand.
Well, my brand and guys that I know, like when Tim Hague or Rory fights the UFC, I try to watch those fights if I can. But
yeah, and you talk about like Rory, Tim Hague, TJ Grant, some guys that have, you know, flown through your organization. Like, how do you feel when you're watching these guys in the octagon?
Oh, I'm excited for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're living their dream.
So, who are the best fighters that you think that have gone through? Like top 3 favorite Ken Kupsch, King of the Cage fighters.
Well, probably the best fighters. I don't know, it's hard to say. There's so many of them. Like, there's been probably thousands.
There's been thousands, yeah.
Yeah.
There isn't some that you'd say, like, man, I wish I could get him back in the cage. I loved watching that guy.
Well, there's lots of exciting fighters, and you know, all of them have had some exciting fights.
Yeah.
So they're all interesting. It's like saying which is your favorite child. You know, it's.
I guess so. How about fights? Has there been any that stick in your head as being like just crazy, insane fights?
Oh, we've had some crazy ones. Specifically out in, I think it was in Halifax, that were bloodbaths. Like, and it was so humid. It was so slippery. Nobody was getting submitted. So it was all punches and blood everywhere. You know, you remember those because it takes 20 minutes to clean a cage.
Yeah. So. You talk about going everywhere, you know, traveling everywhere. Not only that, you know, everybody who follows you on, you know, Facebook and that knows that your love affair with shooting. Mm-hmm. You know, talk about that. Like, we see you taking pistol competitions, these quick draw. It seems like competitions everywhere.
I'm a professional shooter. I've shot since I was a kid, and now I'm back shooting pretty much on the pro circuit again. It's you know, 56 years old, and I'm still doing okay at it. You know, it's very athletic, not like MMA, but still athletic. You have to run, you got to be able to move, and you know, go through all kinds of obstacles and shoot at the same time. And yeah, it's been fun.
That's tough, like heart rates. You know, you have the shooting, and you got to be quick. Like, how do you stay competitive? I'm sure there's young whippersnappers there.
The young guys can outrun me. They're like little jackrabbits. I mean, they just move so quickly. And I can't keep up to them, but I'm shooting. The moment I step into a shooting box or a position, I'm shooting already, and I'm still shooting as I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
It's just experience, and plus speed in the actual shooting. I mean, I shoot pretty quick.
Yeah, a wily veteran, and I guess you know, you're also you run and own the Wild West shooting, right?
Yeah,
and,
that's our range. That's not where I train. I train outdoors, and I shoot all my shooting's done outdoors. Wintertime, I pretty much quit for a few months, and I'll take my guns to Phoenix or somewhere, shoot a little bit. But
how many guns do you own?
I don't know. I don't.
100?
I don't think I have 100.
Somewhere over 50?
Maybe 50 or 70. I don't know.
So how do you get involved with that?
Well, I guess when I was a kid, my dad would take me hunting, and it was all right. Hunting was good. The meat was good. But I really like the shooting part. So I'd always be out shooting, and I get in trouble for wasting ammo because I'm, just shooting targets and having fun. So that's where I actually started shooting.
Yeah. So back to MMA. Here you said it was like 68th show, I believe. It was 60.
Yeah.
How many more? How many more do you have in you?
Well, actually, It's funny you ask that because I'm not really doing a lot with it anymore. This show, Mark Andres promoted it. And he's done everything here. I mean, this is Mark's show. I have one in mid-November in Cold Lake again. I'm doing that together with Sonny Serene from Unified. Sonny's looking after all the matchmaking, looking after the fighters. So I'm doing less and less, and almost licensing the brand out in some instances. But it'll keep going. I mean, long after I'm gone, it'll still be here. King of the Cage will still be here.
Yeah, it's definitely a recognizable name even here in Manitoba. People recognize it, expecting big things from the show. I can't wait to see it. And personally, Talk Me News, we rely on shows like yours so we can cover stuff like that. I got to personally thank you for your investment in the sport, and truly one of the pioneers. No one's put on as many as you. Thank you very much, Ken, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.